Project Runway fans, we're back for episode 3. It's the first group challenge, which is always interesting because designers don't get along. The challenge this week was to create a signature look, sort of worthy of a museum. They went to the Met and got to see all kinds of gorgeous couture, and Janine thought she would cry, and Tim thought he would cry too. One of my favorite partnerships this week was Anthony, who I'm growing to love. I think we all can agree. We love him. Like, he seems like he's going to be a diva, and he's so loud and crazy, but he's really mature and reasonable. And him and Seth Aaron had a really cute little dynamic going on.
If it's on the floor, you abandon it. Stop acting up in front of company. Now, come on.
It was just a nice moment.
It was cute.
Yeah, it's just really cute.
Seth Aaron could have said, you know, this was Anthony's idea, I just went along with it, but he totally said it was 50-50, and yeah, he really backed him up instead of selling him out like some other designers did.
Yeah.
Yeah, my opinion of Seth Aaron totally changed this week too when I saw him do that. I gained a new respect for him.
The guest judge this week was British designer Matthew Williamson, and I'm very happy to see him there. He's got obviously a lot of cred, so. Yeah. Although they didn't show him talking that much, to be honest.
It's true.
Yeah. I was excited when Seth Aaron and Anthony were creating their sort of big gown, and Anthony was putting all the feathers on the top. But when it came down the runway, it was a little much. It didn't really do anything for me.
But at least it wasn't the McDonald's dress.
At this point, I think that we're designing a gown for the vice president of McDonald's. However, everybody needs a dress.
Ping and Jessie, you know, I was kind of excited to see what was going to happen because I couldn't tell from their build-up to it what was happening. Jessie mentioned origami at one point, and he talked about a dress he was making, but I couldn't see it until it came out, and then it came out, and it's not good.
And at first, I was like, oh, it's going to be really nice. She's going to drop the thing over her sleeve, and it's going to be part of the skirt, and it'll be quite elegant. And I mean, Ping actually, I don't know how much she actually worked on that, but it seemed like it was an actual bodice made of lace and not just draped fabric.
Yeah, I think Jessie did that.
Yeah, but there was nothing else to it. It was almost like when Ping showed that model's butt, like there was still, it was a mini dress, little mini dress with like just sheets of fabric hanging off it.
Yeah, when the model first came out, I was so excited to see, you know, what was underneath all the fabric, and then when she actually pulled it aside, I was all like, oh girl, no, you need to put that back up. I don't want to see it, you know?
Jay won the challenge last week, so he had immunity this week, and it seemed like they were setting him up with Maya's complaining that he was slacking, but they ended up in the top 2. The dress was interesting to me, the sort of column, I liked that, and the sort of dinosaur action happening. I don't know, what'd you guys think?
I really liked it. I mean, the shoulder ruffle is done a lot on Project Runway, but it was at least a new take on it, and you know, it was, the fabric was thinner on one side. It was good.
Yeah, I totally agree. I really liked their look as well. You know, I thought it was done very well. I thought it was elegant. I thought it was constructed well. I totally agree with you with the shoulder ruffle thing. You know, it's come to be this like commonplace thing that designers just seem to throw in now, and as we were saying earlier, it's almost not avant-garde anymore when you do it so often.
Yeah, it's true.
So.
And the winning look this week was Mila and Jonathan with Mila's jacket that she spent all her time on. But it was worth it to me. I really liked her look. It stood out right away, and it seemed to me to be museum worthy. I could see it standing up next to some other things.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I thought it was beautifully constructed, and it really reminded me of like Twiggy and Moz.
Sort of Courgette.
Yeah, totally. So I could totally see it in a museum.
Yeah.
And Jonathan spent a lot of time complaining that Mila was taking a long time and not doing anything, but I guess at the end of the day, she's the leader.
Yeah,
and if she tells him to finish the rest of the outfit and she's going to do the jacket, well, she's the boss, right?
Yeah, it's true. Well, that's episode 3. Not as exciting as last week, but still, the season is better. We can all agree on that.
Definitely better.
So we'll see you back here next week for After the Runway.